Hi everyone, welcome, or if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for watching today. And if you stumbled across my channel, thank you so much for watching. I am Janet with Plans, Budgets, and Goals, and in today's video, as the title says, we're going to be doing a budget by paycheck for the first check that's coming in my name in $10,000. So this is a pretty big milestone for me. I've wanted this check, and in case you guys don't know, I actually don't think I've ever revealed it, what I do for a living, but I am self-employed. I do not have a cap on my income, which is nice. It does vary from month to month, but I've always strived to do or have a $10,000 month. And this month, I've achieved it for the month of June, and I get paid. Everything I sold for the month of June will get paid in my July paycheck. So I do insurance. I'm an insurance broker. So pretty much any type of insurance you can think of, we can sell. I've been doing this, has been my career for about 20 years now. So this is where I wanted to be because of the no cap thing, which is always really nice. It just depends how hard you work. But it's not an easy thing. It's not an easy thing. Like anything else in sales or like direct sales or self-employed, it just depends on how much work you put into it. So let's go ahead and get into it and budget my first $10,000 paycheck. This is my A5 work planner. Actually, it's a Moterm. It's in the color lychee white. It's just like a pebbled white material, and this is what I keep at work. And I can't show you too much of it because it's got a lot of, client information in it, but, I have a lot of different weekly spreads and monthly spreads. I keep my renewal clients in here that again, I'm not going to show, but like I write them down in here, and then I work through them throughout the week and through daily tasks. And it's pretty much always going to be just like a running daily task for me in here. So yeah, this is the planner that I use for work mostly. I am switched currently into a traveler's notebook, which is just like a notebook that's just like a compact size. For the moment, that's what I'm using, but I do like going back to this for the majority of the year. But I also keep my finances in here, and I'll briefly show you guys that. So this, I have a little divider here, but this is the, let's see if I can scoot you guys in. Let's see if you guys can see. Okay, so I do use the Finance A5 tracker, and from a different company or a different shop. But the goals for the sinking funds are all in here that I put. I don't put like a running total because I feel like these are always like running amounts and stuff. So I just kind of put like end dates on there. But yeah, I do put in here the majority of all my bills, my expenses. This is what I do before I do any of the, paycheck stuffing. So all of mine is nicely stored in here because I'm super organized like that, and that's just the way I like to keep it all in one place. Last year I used the budget by paycheck workbook, but it was just a little bit too chunky. I love it, but it was just a little bit too chunky. It's got its pros and cons, to be honest, but anyway, this is like my expense tracker that I used all the way up until April. And then May, I did a challenge on the Budget Mom, so it was like on my iPad, so I don't have one in here. And then for June, I went to my little A6 notebook, which you guys have seen over and over. So now we're in the month of July. So let's see where my paycheck is gonna go. All of my paycheck is gonna go. Okay, so let's see if I can move you guys just a tad. All right, hopefully that stays. Okay, so I'm just gonna put in here income 10,000, and I don't know if that's gonna be. I'm thinking it might be a little over this. Maybe it won't be even that, but approximately that's what it's going to be. So we're just going to budget for it. I mean, if we're off, but it's fine. Okay, so the only two things I put in here that were pertinent this month were my car registration that's due on the 13th, and one subscription that I put in here. So, geez, I don't even know where to start. Okay, so first I guess we have to start with our bills. So let me list all those out real quick, and let me take this out for reference. Be easier to just look at real quick. Okay, so our mortgage, our association. So our mortgage is $871 and association is $80. And then I'm not going to list any debt because debt I'm going to put separate. This is just strictly the same bills every single month, which in this video is also going to give you guys a little bit of a debt update. Okay, so for Netflix, I believe it's what, $15.99 now? PayPal, yeah, I'm not going to put that because again, that's debt. Gas, our car insurance, that's the same. It's always 120. Actually, it's gone to 130. It went up to 130 this month. Okay, and then gas, I'm going to estimate $30. So I'm not quite sure what that is yet. And then I'll separate my business expenses too on here, because I do have a separate account that holds money for my expenses, business expenses. So, and I don't have a lot, it's just a couple. My cell phone is going to be $117. And then HP Ink, which is the subscription for my printer, it's usually about $6. And then my dental, health, eyes, whatever, is $55. Yeah, $55.62. And then my car payment, I lease my car, but it keeps me out of the dealership with car issues, so I don't really have a emergency car fund because it's a lease. So, and I usually trade in my leases every 2 to 3 years, other than routine oil changes and the registration. I don't keep an emergency fund for that. That's just my preference. An alarm, my house alarm is $45. And then Apple subscription or some sort of Apple storage is $9.99. Trusteel Canva is $12.99. And then Spotify and Hulu together is also $9.99. And then my internet is going to be $66.99. And then my water bill, I think I'll probably put it at $30 as well. I'm not sure. We are taking more showers since it is summertime and it's just super hot. So anyway, all right, so those are all my regular bills and home bills. Now for the, I'm not going to use this because I don't use this as like my expenses. It's just way too small, but I'll just put on here business. So I pay taxes out of my check every month, and those taxes are the same. That's going to be $621.88. And then I pay my assistant. And this is just extra. That's not her payroll. That's just an extra amount that I give her. And then I do pay a payroll person to run all my payroll. So that's $80 a month. And I think that's it. So those are the only 3 expenses I really have for business. The HP Ink technically should go over here, and so should my cell phone, but I did some switching around a few months ago thinking I was going to get rid of this account, and then it was a big old mess. I ended up switching it back, so I'm not even going to bother switching that at the moment. Okay, so, and then for investments, these are the 3 that I normally always invest to, which is going to be Stash, and then my Roth IRA, and then my new one, which is like a property, like a real estate type of investment, look into it. I looked into it, and that's how I got into it. But that's a new one that I started investing in. Okay, and then for our debt, I am going to list it again here. Should I list it here? I'm going to list it here because, oops, sorry, out of frame. I'm going to list it here because, again, expenses, this is normally like where I tally up like how much expenses were for the month. But again, I do that in my little A6 book now, so I don't really need it in here. So I'm just going to put it in here. So I'm just going to put in here debt. I don't have any more subscriptions. I was subscribed to 2 or 3 different planner and sticker subscriptions, but I did cancel them all as of July, so I'm not going to have any. I will probably restart them or maybe try something different, but just for the month, I had done it for a couple months on each of them, and I didn't want to renew them this month. Okay, so for debt, okay, we're going to start off with, I have debt. I'm not debt free. At one point, I was completely credit card debt free, and I had paid off, you know, this was, I don't even remember, this was like a long time ago when I did this too. I had a personal loan that I had done, and then I had paid that off. And then, I don't know, I've been keeping my balances like pretty low. Nothing had ever even gone over like a couple $100, which is pretty much still the case. And I'd pay them off. Like, it was like not even maybe $100 on like a Macy's card, which is probably not the smartest idea, but you know, this is part of the debt. This is part of it. Sometimes you're out of debt, sometimes you're back into debt, but the method is just to get you not to be in debt as much as you used to be. So anyway, this is just realistic as it gets. I'm on top of it, and that's what it is. Okay, so for my first one, I did take out a personal loan again, and that was in January because work was a little bit slow. You know, the economy with insurance, I don't know, sometimes it's iffy. So I just got it just in case I need to pay for anything extra. So I'm repaying that back, and that estimate now is $568, and I'm doing bigger chunks of it so I can pay that off faster. So $568 is going to be what I owe for July. For Chase, I've been using Chase now. I didn't use it for like a year for my Chase card, and then I used it one day, and then I noticed I got rewards points, so now I've been using it for the rewards points. But that was $285 and 63 cents. And then my Discover card, that's the big one, $16.70.92. And then Ulta is $278.91. And then PayPal, is that the next one? Oh, no, I'm sorry. TJ Maxx, and I just bought some house stuff on this. This is recent. I didn't have anything on there until this past weekend, and I bought a bunch of house stuff. $278.90. No, I'm sorry. No. Did I mess up somehow? Oh, I did. I forgot to put one for Ulta. That is not my Ulta balance. That is my TJ Maxx balance. Okay. Ulta I paid off. So Ulta actually I owe $0. I don't owe anything to Ulta. PayPal. Now, this is what's getting me. I had a lot of like, PayPal is like linked to, you know, everything you try to pay online is like linked to PayPal. So a lot of the times I would just like buy something online. I didn't even notice if it came out of my account or out of PayPal credit, which it's linked to my PayPal credit. So in like a matter of like a month or two, this ended up getting somehow racked up. But PayPal is $372.24. My Smile, which is my Invisalign, $292 is the balance, which I'm pretty happy with that. And then the last one was Victoria's Secret, and that one is $29 left on that. 94. And so there's a total of $3,000. I already added this up. $3,494 for debt. Okay. And then our weekly expenses, I have that on my debit card, or not my debit card, on my iPad. Let me add up all these bills here and see what this total is real quick. And you guys know I don't do like hardcore editing on my videos, so speeding it up, I wish I could just get the hang of it and speed this up, but hang with me for just a second. Plus 120 plus 117 plus 6. Okay, so my expenses for the month are $18.90 and 56 cents. Okay, and then my business expenses, 621 plus 250 plus 80 is 951. And for my investments, I usually do different amounts, but let's see what we have to work with here. So let's go. $10,000 minus $18.90 for our bills for the month, minus $951 for our business expenses. If I paid this whole thing off, I mean, I'm being very, I don't know. Let me see. I'm being like super ambitious here with this. I don't know if that's going to work. $34.94 is $36.64. Minus our car registration here, which is $490. Okay, so that leaves us $3,174. And if we do 100 on each of these, 100, 100, and 100, that's minus 300. That leaves us with $2,874. Now, it's not a bad amount. We also have to think about our sinking funds here for the month, and then my savings challenge, and then our expenses. So let's see. Let me put this away because we're done with this section here. I am going to try to do just a zero-based budget because every dollar of this check should definitely go where it's intended to go. Okay, so this is the same cash envelope stuffing method that I've been using the whole year. Okay, so for 100 envelopes, so we're left, let me write this amount down over here real quick, 2,874. 2,874, okay. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and stop the video here because this amount is plenty to do the 5 Fridays in July for cash envelope stuffings for our expenses and for our sinking funds. So now I already have them broken down here. You guys, let me take a sip of my water. And I know you guys all like loved this little tumbler thing. I love it. I literally carry it around with me all over the house. And I take it with me in the car. I put ice in it. It keeps the ice. So everyone needs some sort of tumbler for summer. So anyway, but yeah. So anyways, I've already have them broken down week 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. But I'm going to save these for our videos so that I know what to break down. But the amount that we're left over should definitely be plenty to cash stuff and have our variable expenses and catch up to our savings challenges with our 100 envelope challenge. So I'm excited to see how far I get in the challenge. And I'm excited to show you a couple different things that I have created as well for this. And then new envelopes that I had. I've already showed them in the previous video, but I will show those as well in the next video. So you guys stay tuned for that, and I will link the previous video if you guys didn't catch that, and then where I talk about my expenses and everything. You guys can catch that in the links below. And yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.